EA Sports. It's in the game.
For a turnover, man. Get my shit, man.
Hey, they say it ain't over till it's over. And let me tell you, this one definitely
Let me
is.
see. Hold on. If it is, oh, well, I'm pretty sure it is. This league, he gonna run it lead into 24 too. So if you want to join it, we in I think it's on. I think it's on Discord. I'm playing for. I'm playing this one for Deer, the one who be playing hooping with her. Hold on, let me see though. I think it's on Discord. Yeah, we in week 17 though, so you definitely can get in it for the next season. I don't know. All the team full in this one. Oh, I'm cooking the wrong thing. Tripping.
Damn. I put my hand on the ball. How do I not block that?
My Brooklyn, cause he shot rock, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we run around the
Alright.
way, we the ones who started
I
it.
shared the screen too, so it's up.
This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit.
John?
So what?
Nah, your man was just trying to force a switch.
Oh.
Why you say that, baby? Because he's asleep right now? Oh, there I saw. Look at it. Me and them no get the same. Or that they gonna know the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous.
I'm finna load up.
It was
was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory.
I'm the best, and the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the park and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the milk before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, and I got it, on my own.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway in Southern California. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just got to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep with the switch.
And he's free going down the left side.
Yeah, Eckler. Good run, boy.
Person who gets there, him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Goff. Out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked out by Michael Davis.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On second down, Eckler. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the option, here's Eckler. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then make it a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Grab the ball. Steal it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were strong last week, CD, in that win over New England.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Up the middle they go. It's Gibbs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GM GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily
Where'd
just
you walk off to?
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Yeah.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
That should have worked. My time of fucking blind as well. That shit gonna be flying like a Johnny over here. Nice and slow.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Here comes the 7th play now on this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight at just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Badgley's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Yeah, like a little shark.
Taken at the
Yeah,
goal
no, that's
line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. They go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Herbert on 1st down now. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Play action. It's Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Damn!
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Touchdown, Chargers. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Hopkins for the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for, and taken successfully. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offense,
he rifles one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger TD. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game.
You know, ain't the line.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. First down throw. Gone. Steps away to his left.
Oh, that's a pick. Come on, bro.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Use that
I don't think
acrobat.
there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably...
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as it gets
Bait
to
game.
the 38-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, it's Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Johnston. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, Justin Herbert.
I tried him.
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Man, come on, bro. Run the comeback.
And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that.
That's crazy. I was pushing square to try to like steal the ball, but the nigga dove for it because the animation rule was a loose ball.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
No way.
After the interception, here's gone. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring it down.
We need a breath to end it,
for the
so I can
He's
get more
closing
out
in
of
on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Goff. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando.
That's supposed to be out of reach.
He did exactly what I wanted to do. No cap. I see this little lane. I hope he hits it.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. kick off their next drive. And they look up at the scoreboard.
Why did he twist in the air like that?
Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Khalil Mack able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here comes Carter. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Actually, I passed it, and it got stolen. That's why I shouldn't have passed it.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibbs, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on the failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Throwing on third. Goff. Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Charger drive about to get going. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard after the 49. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. He finds his target, Allen. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Scott will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they... And now here's another interception. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
I'm hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Khalil Mack dropping it for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach, plenty to say about this game.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on third and long. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On is the Chargers punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is fielded inside the 5. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
That's a play for the rest of the game.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys is already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On the option, here's Eckler. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Romeo Okwara in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll go option on second down, right side. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll run the option on third and short yardage. And that's going to be good for the Chargers' first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Chargers, they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.